So this talk is the first tentative to try to apply the tool developed by Suryo, Lie group thermodynamics, for the more classical group like SU11. So it's not the more general one because the equations of Suryo are for non-zero cohomology, but for SU11 you have a zero cohomology, so it's a more simple case. The other step will be to apply this tool for SS3, for example, where you have a non-zero cohomology. So the work, the study of exponential density invariant by a group goes back to the work of Muriel Casalis, which was a PhD student at Toulouse. It was a PhD student of Gérard Letac. So at the end of this day, you will have a talk of Gérard Letac, talking of some part of Muriel Casalis. But in fact, it was studied indirectly by Suryo in the work in the context of Lie group thermodynamics in physics and in mathematics by Jean-Louis Kosul. And both Kosul and Suryo use affine representation of Lie group and Lie algebra, inspired by idea by Élie Cartan. So in the Suryo model, so it's an extension of statistical mechanics for dynamical system in the framework of geometric mechanics. And so the idea is to consider the space of evolution as a symplectic manifold and to define some Gibbs density which are invariant under the action of the group related to the homogeneous symplectic manifold. So Suryo has studied the Galileo group, for instance. Yes, so if you want to make machine learning on Lie group, you have two solutions. You can use a theorem of Suryo. If you have a group, you can associate a symplectic, homogeneous symplectic manifold to their coadjoint orbit. Okay, so you take the group, you take the coadjoint orbit, which are the action of the group on the dual Lie algebra, and you have a two form, which is called KKS, Kirillov, Constant, Suryo, two forms, which give symplectic homogeneous structures. So you have a group, and you can associate a symplectic homogeneous manifold. So it's very interesting because you have a metric, and so you are in a metric space, and you can extend classical method in machine learning in this metric space by using the KKS2 form. The other idea of Suryo is to use Lie group thermodynamic of Suryo to define a Gibbs density which is invariant under the action of the group. Okay. So Lie group is a very long history, and we are mainly interested by the three last. So the first one related to Galois, obviously for group, but Lie, Klein, Poincaré. After the Lie group classification by Siegel, Weil, Cartan, and Killing, and then Lie group representation, which has been presented by the previous speaker with Constant, Kirillov, Suryo, and Bergman. But also in parallel, you have also development of harmonic analysis on Lie group and with orbit method with Kirillov, Dixmier, Duflo, and so on, and Lie group on statistical physics with Suryo, Kosul, and Bismuth. I skip this one. So you have a theorem. So here you have the adjoint operator, okay, which is the action of the group on the Lie algebra, and you can define a coadjoint action, which is the action of the group on the dual Lie algebra. And what is a coadjoint orbit? It's this set, which is a coadjoint operator on F, with F is an element of the dual Lie algebra, and so this is the action of the group on the dual Lie algebra. And so Suryo, Constant, and Kirillov have introduced two forms which give an homogeneous symplectic structure to this coadjoint orbit. So you can define a two form on this coadjoint orbit. We define a symplectic structure. So you have a very beautiful theorem. You take a group, you consider their coadjoint orbits, and you have an homogeneous symplectic manifold. So you can make some machine learning on the homogeneous symplectic manifold, but you can also try to define some density of probability. So it's just some notation, modern notation, because in Suryo book he don't use the modern notation. So here you have the notation of interior product. You have here the exterior product, and here you have the Lie group derivative, which is given by this expression. And you have the different equation provided by Cartan about the Lie derivative by Henri Cartan and by Elie Cartan, and you have the equation by Sophus Lie. So it's just to put the modern notation. So what is a Suryo a moment map defined by Suryo? You have a connected symplectic manifold, and you consider a vector field on this manifold. The vector field on this manifold is called symplectic if the flow preserves the two forms. And if we use the Lie Cartan formula, we can deduce that by this by the Cartan equation. But as d sigma is equal to 0 because it is a symplectic manifold, you have this relation. We observe that this one form is closed, and when this one form is exact, there is a smooth function x to h on M, which is defined by this relation. So this vector field is called Hamiltonian and could be defined as a symplectic gradient. We have this relation, and we will define a moment map. A moment map exists if there is an infinitesimal generator, which are actually Hamiltonian, and so you have the moment map will be from the symplectic manifold to the dual Lie algebra, and it will be defined by this relation. So Gx is defined by Hz, and Hz is defined by this relation by the interior product. So you are from information geometry community, so you are familiar with Fisher metric. So how to extend that for Lie group? You can define an extension of what is the Shannon entropy. The Shannon entropy, SQ, is the Legendre transform of the function phi beta, and phi beta is the logarithm of the general Laplace transforms on the symplectic manifold. So it is why it is introduced, how it is introduced in the Suryo book. So the entropy is a Legendre transform according to this system of parametrization, a dual system of parametrization, where Q is given by the derivative of phi, and it is an element of the dual Lie algebra, and beta is the derivative of S, and it's an element of the Lie algebra. And the Fisher metric extension is just the Hessian of phi with respect to beta. What is a very good property is that under the action of the group, S is parameterized by Q. Q is in the dual Lie algebra, it's related to the moment map. And if you act on, if the group acts on beta, beta is in the Lie algebra, Q is parameterized by beta, so the operator is the adjoint operator. And so SQ adjoint G beta is equal to SQ. So the entropy is invariant under the action of the group. And the same thing for the Fisher matrices. The Fisher matrices extended by Suryo is invariant under the action of the group. And Suryo gives a general definition of an extension of a two form in case of non-null cohomology. So this is, he introduced this tensor theta tilde beta. So if you are familiar with KKS2 form, This term is a classical KKS2 form. So when you have a group, you can associate a two form given a symplectic structure to coadjoint orbit. But when you have non-null cohomology, you have an additional term which is due to non-null cohomology. This additional term is defined by the moment map. So theta tilde is defined by the moment map, by this relation. And classically, when you have a null cohomology, this term is equal to this term, so you have not this additional term. And this is a fundamental equation of Souriau. Q of adjoint G beta is not equivariant. It's not equal to coadjoint on Q, but you have an additional term which is called the Souriau symplectic cocycle. So you just have to understand that here you see the classical KKS2 form, and this is an additional term due to non-null cohomology. And you have, this is a figure in the book of Souriau, you have beta in the Lie algebra. The group act, so you have adjoint operator. Q depends on the beta, so you have Q of beta and Q adjoint of beta. But they are not equal, and you have an additional term, which is the coadjoint cycle, the symplectic cocycle. And this is the Lie group, Souriau Lie group thermodynamic. Here you have the Lie algebra, here the dual Lie algebra. And so beta, when the group acts on the system, beta is transformed to adjoint beta, Q is transformed to adjoint étoile Q plus additional term. Phi is transformed to phi beta plus this additional term, and S is invariant. But as the Hessian metric is the Hessian of phi, and here you are linear to beta, and you have a second derivative to beta, the Fisher metric is also invariant. So when I discovered this model, it was very attractive, but how to apply that with very simple groups? We have to make the computation. So we have to define, use another theory, which is representation theory, because we have to define some integral, some Laplace transform on the symplectic manifold. But with the moment map, we have to define this symplectic this Laplace transform on the coadjoint orbit. And this is exactly the problem which has been developed by Dixmier and Kirillov for representation theory. So we have, with Souriau, we have defined a Gibbs density which is invariant under the action of the group. Which was also presented by the previous speaker, which is the main motivation. I script that. So representation theory, so I will not have time to explain all the work developed by Dixmier and Kirillov and so on. But the main idea is how to extend Fourier transform on harmonic analysis for Lie group. So I will just give you the main result. If I find it. Yes, so this is the main result. So you can define a Fourier transform on the coadjoint orbit by defining two terms here, Gx and trace U. This term is called the Kirillov character formula. So the Xi-U is a Kirillov character formula. And then if you want to compute this Fourier transform, in our case it will be the Laplace transform, on the coadjoint orbit, you have to use the formula of Kirillov. So I will give you just one example to illustrate. I try to define some density in the upper half planes of Poincaré or in the Poincaré unit disk. So what is a group acting on this space is SU11 for the unit disk. So if you are considering monovariate Gaussian density, you are all familiar that you can represent it multivariate Gaussian density as a point in the Poincaré unit disk. So my question is, what is the Gaussian density of Gaussian density? Okay, if each Gaussian is 1 point in this unit disk, what is the Gaussian density in this space? But it could be also useful in natural language processing. They are using Poincaré embedding or hyperbolic embedding. So many problems should be solved in the Poincaré unit disk. So the question is, what is Gaussian density of Gaussian densities, and what is the Gaussian density in a Poincaré unit disk? So you have to consider the group SU11, which is defined by that. So SU11 is a matrix AB, B star, A star, with a module A square minus B, module B square is equal to 1. And you have also a Cartan decomposition for this group. So you can consider, in fact, you can consider the Poincaré unit disk as the most simple example of Souriau theorem, because you can consider SU11 quotiented by, we'll see after, and you can associate coadjoint orbit, and to the coadjoint orbit you can associate a KKS2 form. Okay, so the Poincaré metric is a unit disk could be also defined by a Kirillov-Constance-Souriau 2 form. So you can consider the Lie algebra, which is given by these matrices with this frame. You can consider the dual Lie algebra, which is given by these matrices. And now we have to compute the coadjoint. We have first to compute the moment map, which was not so obvious. So I find two references. Professor Debièvre in 1993 and Professor Cahen in Metz, which have made some paper on SU11 related to the Poincaré, to the coadjoint orbit. So we have to consider SU11 quotiented by this group. And so I give you just the formula. So this is the moment map of the SU11 quotiented by K. Okay, and so it is the application from the unit disk to the orbit of SU11. And so Z is an element of the unit disk. And here you have three components for each vector in the dual Lie algebra of SU11. Okay, so it could be interpreted in as a symplectic, as a projection stereographic projection. So I requested Charles-Michel Marle, but you have a paper of Charles-Michel Marle, if you remember him at GSI 2015. He has just published a paper, but it is in French, which is called Projection stereographique et moment, stereographic projection and moment map, which interpret all this moment map for as a stereographic projection, and he makes that for SO3, SU2, SO21, SU11, SL2R. It is on the website of HAL. So we are close to the solution, so we know how to compute, I have to squeeze that, we know to compute the moment map, but now we have to compute the Laplace transform or the Fourier transform on the coadjoint orbit, so on the dual Lie algebra. So it's also possible. So for SU11, you can compute the Kirillov character for SU11, which are given by the Kirillov character, which is given by Gx-1 and the Fourier transform here. So you just have to open the book on representation theory by Kirillov, Dixmier, and Vergne to write the formula. And so if we consider what is the Gibbs density definition by Souriau, if you remember, Q is in the dual Lie algebra and beta in the Lie algebra. So in fact, Q is here. It is in the dual Lie algebra. It's related to the moment map. Okay, so it is given by the component of the moment map up here. So the three components of the moment map here. You can define an element of the dual Lie algebra, and here you have an element of the Lie algebra. And so this is a term of normalization which is due to the Kirillov character. on how to go to the unit disk to the dual algebra. You have the moment map, because the moment map is from the Poincaré unit disk to the dual algebra. So this density is parameterized by omega, which is in the dual in the Poincaré unit disk. Voilà. So future work, and I will conclude with that. We can extend with the work of Valentin Bergman. You can make that. So you have different parameterization of SU11, but you can generalize that, and you can have extension for SP2NR, and so you can extend it for Siegel upper half plane and Siegel disk, which are some extension of Poincaré unit disk. But it's too. So conclusion: the idea is how to make machine learning on Lie group. You have two solutions. You can consider KKS2 form of Souriau. So it will give, you take a group, you have a homogeneous symplectic manifold structure on the coadjoint orbit, and the two form is given by the formula of KKS2 form, but only in the cohomology with the non-null cohomology. In the case of null cohomology, but if you want a non-null cohomology, you have to take into account Souriau cocycle. Okay, so you have another KKS2 form, which is non-null cohomology to form, but as it's very difficult to read Souriau, we have made the translation of the book of Kosul, which is called Introduction to Symplectic Geometry, where he developed in chapter 4 this theory of non-null cohomology, and he defines the two forms in case of non-null cohomology with classical notation. So I invite you to read this book just published by Springer, which is a translation of Kosul lecture on this topic. So first idea, you have a Lie group, you can have a metric space given by KKS2 form with null cohomology or non-null cohomology. And with Souriau Lie group thermodynamic, you can define some density, which are natural extension of Gaussian density as maximum entropy density, which are invariant under the action of the group. Okay, and so there is many application in robotics and so on. Okay, and so Chinese have started to publish a book, Lie group machine learning, but they are not aware of the work of Souriau because he has mainly published in French, but it is an emerging topic in the community. Thank you for your attention.